last few waves of color changers have all included new variants of characters that we recently got new variants for just a few years prior. In late 2023, we got a sheriff that changed from black to light blue only 2 years after our last sheriff that changed from black to red. Then, we got a new Cruisin' McQueen in the wave after that, and now for the first wave of 2024, we have a brand new Mater variant. I've been kind of disappointed seeing that. I know, it's tradition for them to always make new variants of the color changers, and it is nice to have a new version out there that's different from the last one, but we only get so many color changers a year, and it's been upsetting for me to see that half of each wave for the past few waves has had one of the 2 new releases be a remake of a car that we already recently got. But I'm glad to see that the new releases in each wave that we've been getting that are new characters or characters that haven't gotten a variant in a long time are incredibly stellar. Case in point, Jeff Gorvete. I completely forgot that Jeff Gorvete had never had a color changer before. Yeah, this is his first time ever getting one. And while he just changes from yellow to red, a pretty typical color combination for color changers, I gotta say, this may very well be, in my opinion, one of the best looking 155 scale Jeff Gorvetes we've ever gotten. They knocked it out of the park with the decal work on this one, and I am incredibly impressed. Anyway guys, welcome back to yet another review. Today I'm very excited to be taking a look at the new Jeff Gorvete color changer. I found this at a Walmart. I'm the first person that I know who's found it. I don't know if other people have found it yet, but when I told some other people I know, some people on my Discord server and other Cars fans that I found it, nobody knew of anyone who'd found it yet, so I may be the first person to review this, which is cool, I guess. But yeah, I guess it's hitting Walmarts now, or at the very least, it hit my Walmart, as did the brand new Mater, which I decided to pass on because it's just not that interesting. I said last year that I'm only really going to be getting color changers if it's one I'm interested in, because I'm a little burnt out of the line, as you could tell from my introduction to this video. But yeah, super excited to get Jeff Gorvete here. I'm really excited to take a look at this guy. I was a little disappointed to find him in his red color. I was hoping to do a big reveal in the review, but now I guess we'll have to do a big reveal of his yellow color. On the back, you could see red in cold water, yellow in warm water. Now let's crack this package open. Yeah, very, very excited to have this variant. It's just so cool that Jeff finally gets a color changer. Again, I never realized he was missing one before. I completely, went way over my head. And as soon as this was revealed, I was like, oh yeah. Yeah, Jeff's never had a color changer before. This is the first time ever. And I gotta say, it looks really good. They really did a good job with this. Now, my Jeff Gorvete is from 2011. You know, it's the original, so it's missing the Corvette logo. But I think that this is a pretty solid interpretation of Jeff Gorvete. Like I said earlier on in the review, I think it's a really, really good capturing of the character. And I think a big part of that is the facial expression. I always felt like the eyes on the original Jeff Gorvete were just a bit too big. And since mine had an eye plate, the black border that's supposed to be around Jeff's eyes always looked kind of off to me. I think later releases of Jeff look much better than mine, but I don't have any of his later releases to compare him to. Unfortunately, I guess I have his 2020 Silver Collection release, who is coated in dust up here, and the Cars 3 variant, which is ironically also missing the Corvette logo. But I don't know. I feel like the black outline around Jeff's eyes is something pretty prominent that's never been captured that well on a diecast, but I think the color changer here does it pretty well. The eye decal has a pretty thick black outline around it, which I think is fairly accurate. Maybe not 100%. It's still not on point with how the character is supposed to look, but I think it's perfectly fine. I also really like how the eyes look, being quite a bit smaller than they are on his regular variant. My one problem is I think that the decal on mine is a little misapplied, as you can see. And it just seems that the decal is simply a bit too small. It does not fully fill out the windshield, again, at least not on mine. Mine seems to have been applied a bit off-center, which is definitely a little bit annoying. But yeah, I think that this eye decal is a bit too small. If it were a bit bigger, in my opinion, this could potentially look better than the regular Jeff Gorvete variant. It, of course, has the Corvette logo on his hood, which is great because, again, they often forget that, so I'm glad to see that it made it here. We've got his headlights, which I believe are also decals, and a beautifully printed side decal with Jeff's whole American flag design going on. Looks really, really nice. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed by just how good this looks, you know. They used to not be able to pull stuff like this off for color changer. So seeing a color changer with this fully printed side where the printing looks really, really nice, or at least as nice as, you know, like a Thailand print can get. You can see it's a little fuzzy because, unfortunately, Thailand's always printed things a little fuzzy. But still, the fact that they pulled this off and it looks as good as it does, incredibly impressive in my opinion. We've got World Grand Prix, all in all the stuff you'd expect to see. World Grand Prix logo there on the back spoiler. I say back spoiler. What does he have, a front spoiler too? It's just the spoiler tie. It's just the spoiler. On the back we've got World Grand Prix, powered by All in All, American flag logo, World Grand Prix emblem, and the Corvette logo once again. And there is a look at the other side. And finally, a look at the base. Why are there so many scrapes on the base of mine? Okay, that's kind of weird. Anyway, let's take this guy to the water. We're at the water now, and looking at Jeff from a different angle, you could see how the eye decals were misapplied on mine. I was wrong when I said that the eye decal isn't able to fully fill out the windshield. Mine was just simply applied at an ever so slightly wrong angle, where it's a bit too high up here, and as you can see, it doesn't fully fill out the windshield because of that. Since it is a decal, I guess I could try to peel it off and reapply it. I'm not going to try it. It's a very small quality control issue. That's, you know, just a problem with mine. Hopefully when you get him, he looks a bit better. I'm sorry if I'm complaining about this a bit too much. Like I said earlier, I was really excited for this Jeff because of the expression he had, so the eyes on mine being a bit misapplied is a little disappointing to me, but that's alright. Alright, Jeff, into the... Whoa! Yeah, see? When I saw this guy online, I really loved the yellow they used for him. Look at that! That's a really nice shade. See, this is why I said earlier that I think this is a really good interpretation of Jeff. I love this shade of yellow. I don't know how accurate this is, but I honestly kind of prefer it to regular Jeff. Not gonna lie. It's not as neon as the yellow here. It's a bit more subdued. It reminds me of the color used on other plastic Jeffs in the past, like the Stunt Racer, or I'm thinking the Charge Ups Jeff, I think, also had a bit of a more subdued yellow. But yeah, really like how that turned out. And there you have it, guys. The new color changer Jeff Gorvete. Definitely a pretty solid addition to the color changers lineup. While he does use the red and yellow color scheme we've seen 1,000 times, Jeff is a new color to the color changers line. It took us way too long to get a character as significant as Jeff, in my opinion, but man, he did not disappoint. Although the sticker on mine for the eyes may be a bit misapplied, I still think that it's a great looking Jeff Gorvete, and one of those color changers that you could really use as a good stand-in if you're missing a regular Jeff in your collection. I gotta say, this is probably the best color changer I've reviewed in 2024. He's also the only one I've reviewed, and one of two that are new for 2024, and I didn't buy the other one. So by that logic, he's also the worst color changer I've reviewed in 2024. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.